Hey, I just wanted to get on here real quick and say hi to a few people. I want to do a couple of things. I want to make a promise. I want to start looking at the camera on this side instead of this side. I want to make a promise. I want to show off my new sign. I want to talk about my exercise plan, and I want to say, hey, Adam, I've even got a mug. I love that show, and I love that idea. Anything is possible. Adam, I appreciate that reminder. I really do. That anything truly is possible, and I fell into the kind of a dismissive. Yeah, that's gone. That can never happen for me. Maybe that's the case, but why give up already? So, yeah, we'll talk about this in a second. My mushroom coffee thing. What I want to do, the reason I'm getting on here, this is going to be saved under the walking videos. Clearly, I'm not walking right now. This is just me babbling at my little iPad. But I am walking, and I am doing something new. So I have in the comments been saying, yeah, I know I need to, as far as lifting and working out, right? We need to do more than just walk. We need legitimate exercise. We need to stop the muscle atrophy, the wasting away of the muscle tissue due to lack of testosterone for those of us on ADT. And I know this situation doesn't apply to everybody. And for me, it's easier said than done. I know I need to. Well, there's a lot of things I've known I needed to do way back in the Navy. I know I needed to quit smoking, and what I found for me that works is commitment. Saying it out loud to somebody, making that promise, that matters to me deeply. And so somebody had said, hey, I don't want you to smoke. I don't like it. I'd rather you didn't, and I don't want you to die early. And I said to that person right there and then, okay, I'm done. And I didn't smoke again. And so that is how that works, the personal commitment. So I am making myself accountable. I am making myself accountable to all of you. Last night, I went into the living room before I went to bed, and while I was watching some TV, I picked up two of these things, and I did some curls, I did some shoulder exercise. Oh, man, I wonder if you can hear that. That is so bad. I got to figure out the weight on these. I've got 2.5 and 3. That's 5.5 kilograms. Kilograms. So whatever that is in pounds. This will appeal to my Australian and European audience. It's a fun fact at a nuclear power plant. Most of the stuff, but not all the stuff, is in the American units and not in the mostly universally accepted metric system. So every once in a while, so we have things in inches of mercury vacuum. We have things in pounds per square inch. We have foot pounds force. We use all the archaic American units for everything, but not on everything. We bought an isophase bus duct system from a European company. So kind of a plug and play platform system, what we call a skid, that comes in and we can just hook it up and it works. And so our operators, they're like, okay, we're teaching interlocks and we're teaching set points, and okay, we got this temperature and this value and this thing, and 160 degrees Fahrenheit, and 38 standard cubic feet per minute, and this set point and this value, and 30 degrees Celsius. And they get so confused. We're so dumb. I don't know why we don't just convert everything, but too high, too big, too hard, whatever. That's not what I'm here to talk about. What I'm here to talk about is that I'm making a commitment, making myself accountable to all of you, that I'm going to be lifting something every day. I'm going to be exercising every day. I'm going to be moving these dumbbells around in some shape, way, or form every night, in addition to the walking I've been doing. I need to say this on camera to make it a record, because that is how I commit. That's what matters to me, is to tell somebody else that I'm going to do this, because then I do it. Then I have to. Yeah, I think that's important. I appreciate all the views I've been getting. I appreciate the comments, especially the story sharing. There is some, I am learning some wild things in here. There was a comment, somebody commented, given their background, and this is wild. This is a weird situation. Uh, Normally, when you get a metastasis, when it spreads to your bones, to your spine specifically, it's in your lumbar. It's somewhere lower, right? So somebody came on and said diagnosed spread, and then it spread to their T4 vertebrae. I don't know exactly how high that is, but that's up there somewhere. Now, think about the organs you have in that area. Like if you're going to go do radiation, your brain's right here. You know the top of your whole nervous system is right there. Your heart, your lungs, all your vital organs are right there. So there's a small window of space to do radiation, and so they had to do a large dose in one shot. Like when they did my spine, when they did my S4, there was very little around it. It got and affected my stomach. It got and affected my bowels. But they did the stereotactic radiation, so it goes around me like that 4 times. And they did that 5 doses. So 5 different instances I went into to the place to do that. Here they did his to the T4 in one shot. Now the beauty of this, the part about this that I'm sharing, is that one of the things to do that, think about how still you have to hold. So they made a special mask and to keep him held completely still. Because when you're doing that large of a dose with that specific of a beam, any small movement and you're zapping things that you don't want to zap. But the reason I'm sharing this is later they got another he got another PSMA PET scan. 9 months later, is given another PSMA because it takes time. When you get radiation, it takes time to work. Your radiation treatment isn't done the day you stop radiation treatment. The effects of the radiation treatment happen for months and months later. I didn't realize how significantly later that was, but they wouldn't give me a scan right away. I wanted one. I want to find out if this worked. They're like, it doesn't work like that. It takes months and months. So for him, they did a PSMA PET scan 9 months later, and it showed that the cancer was now gone, and then his PSA test came back as undetectable. Gone. I can't imagine hearing those words. That is so awesome. What I'm hoping for is with the radiation treatment and ADT that my tumors shrink, that that there's improvement, and that they definitely don't get worse, and that there's actually shrunken down. But I can't even imagine them reporting, oh yeah, your cancer's gone. So metastatic cancer, is it curable? Well, here's a case. They're going to follow up with him with another. They're going to keep checking his PSA for 3 months. They're going to every 3 months they're going to do another PSMA PET scan in a year. But right now they reported that his cancer was not just non-improving, getting worse, and not just shrunken, but gone. So is it curable? Yeah, anything is possible, right, Adam? Stealing that from you. I'm saying that more and more. Um, Yeah, there's a couple other comments in here I wanted to talk about. There's so much great stuff. Once somebody had said something about the DNA testing. Yeah, doing the DNA testing along with the PSA test gives you a better picture. Oh, PSA test. There is another way to get your PSA tested that's not a blood test. So Doug had commented on here. Where's it at? Right, the bicycle, yeah. No more PSA tests. Get the exome-based urine test known as ExoDX. Yeah, so I took a look at this. There is another way to get your PSA tested, and it's a urine test. Now I'm glad I didn't do it. It's 92% accurate, so it's not as accurate as a blood test. Clearly, the PSA, the material they're checking for in your blood is in your blood, and a small amount of that gets into your urine stream through your bladder because your bladder blood interface, right? But it only came back as 92% accurate. And so had I done that and not a PSA test at all, I likely would have fallen under the I don't need any other diagnostic, because my PSA was only 4.53 when it had already attacked my nerves outside the prostate. I don't know exactly when it got my spine, but that spine tumor was pretty well formed, 2 centimeter by 3 centimeter, dense. It was pretty well formed. And so with a PSA of only 4.53, my urine test PSA levels would have been put me in that range of I don't need any further diagnosis, and that wouldn't have been good. But he does say something that I'm a fan of and that I do like. He mentions that Paul Stamets, PhD, used 6 turkey tail mushroom capsules a day to cure his 84-year-old mother's stage 4 breast cancer. Discuss mushrooms. Yeah. What we don't know what else he was doing. We don't know. There's another popular, I forget his name, treatment protocol out there where this guy did this and cured his cancer, like Fenben or something. Yeah, except he was part of a trial that was doing a bunch of other stuff, and so this other stuff took time to work, and he quit the trial, and in those months after, that trial was still having an effect. And so it's misleading information to say that that is what cured him. And so we don't want to make draw correlations like that. That's detrimental to our health because it could put us on a dangerous path of making a treatment decision that isn't in our best interest. However, saying all that, what I can tell you is I do use a mushroom supplement called Rise Coffee. It's about half the dose of caffeine as a regular cup of coffee, so it helps me tame my caffeine levels a little bit. It's RYZE, and it's got a bunch of mushrooms in there, including turkey tail. And I can tell you so not clinical data, but experimental data, that I do and feel better the days that I have the mushroom stuff. So whether the turkey tail is helping me, with my cancer or not, I don't know. But I feel better when I take it. And I have a lot of faith in stacking things that are going to be useful. Doing the exercise, doing the diet, eating healthy, the walking daily, getting sunlight, the emotional well-being, the spiritual well-being. I am a true believer in all these things and stacking all those things in our favor. So yeah, there's a bunch of other comments, but I'm already past I wanted to just jump on here for 10 minutes and say, hey, thank you for your comments. Thank you for sharing your stories. It means a lot to me, and it means a lot to me that you're my audience that I'm committing to for my own health and my own benefit. And I'm going to do these, and I'm going to get better. All right? I love you all.